Hi.
Hi.
All right, now because see, I get like anxious and I get really nervous.
Okay.
And I get scared that I don't know, like I'm gonna mess up your name.
Okay.
Can you please say it again?
Zainab.
Like I'm like petrified. Like I'm starting to shiver.
It is
the
okay.
fact that I fucking might get your name wrong.
It's okay.
Because it's like the most awkward thing when somebody is like, yeah, Zainab, yo, oh God, I love you, Zainab, so much.
Yeah.
And like in the mind, you're like,
I mean, the worst thing is
wait, say it again.
Zainab.
Okay, Zainab.
When I get up on stage and they're like, oh my God, I love this girl. Me and her go way back. Give it up for Zainab. I'm like, we don't go that far back. We've just exposed you're a liar. I'm ready.
Hey everybody, welcome to a podcast called Textual Healing. This is actually a podcast, I was thinking about it yesterday. It's like basically an opportunity for people like you and I to out creepy dudes that make creepy messages on online dating.
Okay.
And allow us to ridicule them and hopefully change the culture of people texting and online dating.
Okay, no better way to spend my afternoon.
I think it's like a real social rights issue, and I'd like to market my podcast in that way.
Yeah, hopefully, the podcast could help us create a proposition. Maybe we could get it on the ballots.
Yeah. Wait, yeah. Oh my God. Holy crap. That's, and oh wait, how about like the law is like textual healing law in 2017.
Yeah. These are the things that you can say and these are the things that you can't say. What would the prop be called?
Yeah.
You got to give it a number.
I'm always thinking of things in terms of like, how do I get journalists to talk about me? It's like, I can't just have like a funny podcast where we say silly things. But what if we're ridiculing the way men talk to women on online dating? Then that's a story to talk about. That's a
story to talk about, especially nowadays where we have everybody coming out saying that they were touched in the business of Hollywood.
Yes. Oh my God. It's
or inappropriately sexually assaulted in some way, shape, or form.
It's an even more timely story.
Yeah.
And it is,
This is just scraping the surface.
I think there's something about the internet. Well, no. Well, first of all of those stories have nothing to do with the internet. But I guess aside from, it really fucks up my point. Because I was just going to say, I think it's something about the internet that just makes men objectify women more. But
no. Men objectify women.
We just objectify women.
Period.
We take any opportunity at all.
The internet.
If there's no internet, I'll objectify people. And if there is internet, I'll objectify them just as much.
Yeah. You may not have the access to, let's think about the typical scenario where the construction worker objectifies the woman walking by. Mm-hmm. He may get to see 4 women walking by on that street that day. Yeah. But if he goes online, he gets to see 4,000 women. And so it just, the internet increases the numbers for you to be a perv.
And it's well recorded.
Yes.
Especially in this way, because that's another funny thing about online dating is a lot of women, I hear about like, oh, I get sent dick pics and blah, blah, blah. In my mind, I'm like, if I was a woman and I was just getting harassed online, I would fucking out every guy.
Yeah.
I would post his dick and his face on the internet as many places as possible to journalists. Like, that will scare the shit out of guys, won't it?
I think it definitely will be. But, just as a woman, I'm going to tell you that a lot of us don't tell the full story.
Yeah.
Like, yes, I think that there's probably a lot of people out there sending unsolicited dicks. Mm-hmm. And those aren't welcome.
Yeah.
But, there's conversations that lead to a dick pic. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like if you walk down the street and you eventually get to the gingerbread house, You can't be mad that you're in a gingerbread house. Do you get what I'm saying?
Are you defending the dick pics?
No, I'm not defending the dick pics, but I'm not defending unsolicited dick pics.
Yeah.
But I have had enough friends where I'm like, wait a minute, go back. I don't understand how he sent you. I don't understand how this happened.
Yeah.
And then when they clarify, I'm like,
yeah, no, I completely see what you're saying. There's not been any times where I've actually seen the dick pic.
Yes.
But a friend has literally been like, do you want to see this conversation? And the dick just popped the fuck out. And I go, whoa, like it was so real for me.
Yeah.
Because a big thing is like, guys, we hear a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And in our minds, we're just like, yeah, okay, like dick pic, whatever. But like, when you see that big fat dick in your face, you go, oh my God.
Hopefully it is a big fat dick.
And like it was a conversation. It was a normal conversation. It really wasn't like there was implied flirting. Yeah. Like it wasn't like, oh, I want to like blah, 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 blah. Yeah. It was just like, oh, that's bad. Like something, she'll say something like that. Like halfway flirting. Yeah. And he'll be like, is this bad? And then it'll just be
well, let me say, I have never
like demons coming out of his fucking dick hole. Like, hi, how are you?
I've never received a dick pic.
Are you serious?
And I get solicited, like I get the beginning of solicitations online, like the, oh girl, you so fine messages. But whatever I'm saying to them is never, the next step is never like, let me top this by sending her a dick pic. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
that's interesting. Do you think maybe men know not to cross that line with you?
Sure, but I mean, we're talking about strangers. So it's like, what about me is making a guy come into my DM like, yo, what's up? I want to take you out, but won't go far enough to send a dick pic.
Interesting.
Do you get what I'm saying?
No, that's interesting.
And so now I just may be like, I may have like, that may be my krypton or my shield, like I'm protected by respectable woman shit. I don't know. But I think that there's something that happens, and if you're getting a lot of dick pics, you got to take responsibility for it. Yeah. You just have to.
Interesting.
You have to. Like my friend, she has a barrage of dick pics in her phone. Yeah. She takes pride in that. Okay. Sometimes she tries to hook me up with a guy via his dick pic.
Whoa. Do you guys swipe dick pics and be like, okay, ooh.
I don't, because that's kind of gross.
But
she does.
No, but does she show you the phone and be like, which you like?
Oh, absolutely.
And then you like, like picking ice cream flavors.
No. I turn away as to not lose my appetite. Yeah. Because what guys don't know, a lot of dicks are not very pleasurable to look at.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think a lot of guys are sending dicks like, my dick is great. And I'm like, sir, this dick is not the best dick. This is not good dick representation. But conversations with my friend has been like, Zainab, I know the perfect guy for you. Do you care that I fucked him already?
And what do you think about that?
I'm like, I absolutely do care. You just took him off the market. He's no longer an option for me.
Yeah, that's so interesting.
And she's like, but hold on a second. Before you make that decision, let me show you his dick.
Oh my God.
These are real conversations.
But then do you ever change your mind or at least consider it after you see the dick?
I know.
No?
No. I don't, but I could see how somebody would. But I don't.
I mean, I think alternately for bastards such as men, if that happened to me,
yes,
like if a guy was like, yo, I just had sex with a girl, do you want it? I'd be like, dude, no. And be like, but look at this. Yeah. I'd be like, fuck.
Well, you guys are much more physical than we are.
Yeah.
So I have never in my life seen a dick and it been so beautiful. I'm like, I just gotta suck that dick. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like guys, your thoughts are like, oh my God, I gotta put those titties in my mouth.
Yeah.
I gotta bite those thighs. I feel like you guys have those actual thoughts.
I literally I want to bite thighs.
Yeah.
I literally like biting thighs.
I feel like if you show me a good dick, my next question is going to be, what does he do for a living? Does he like to take long walks? Does he have a good sense of humor? I'll get back to the dick later.
I love that.
That's women.
I mean, I can't feel
for the
that.
most part.
I can't feel that, but I just love that. I just think that's so sweet, and that just like makes me want to bite thighs even more.
Yeah.
All right, we've been doing a lot of talking, and I didn't even introduce you yet because I think hopefully you could just attribute that to the fact that
you're scared.
I was going to say that we have really good chatting chemistry.
Oh, okay. I'll take that too.
I am really fucking scared of you, though.
Scared of me or scared to say my name?
No, I'm scared of messing up your name because that is like one of my biggest fears. Because I'm a social coach.
Yeah.
And one of my dad has it too, and I get it from him, is he forgets people's names.
Okay.
All the time. And so I have just anxiety about that with everybody, especially when it's like not a usual name.
Yeah. I forget names too. I remember faces. But I don't get anxious about it because I don't know. And I tend to remember more difficult names because it's difficult. Yeah. I do the work to remember it in the moment. But if you're like, my name's Aaron Jack, and I'm just not going to remember it.
Yeah.
You have to do something that I attach to that.
Oh, that's true. That's true. You know what? Let's just stop this conversation right now. Hey, everybody. Today's special guest is Zainab Johnson.
Yes. Hey, everybody.
This is actually, let me check what app this is. This is Tinder, obviously.
Tinder.
And this is the
infamous ass Tinder.
This is the woman that's being messaged. We're going to change her name. So what do you want her name to be, Zainab?
Let's call her Betty.
All right, Betty. And this is our submitter for today. Hold on, let me get his face. He's quite good looking to me. And actually, based on his looks, I wouldn't expect him to send these type of messages.
Okay.
I just want to say that. But I have a feeling he's kind of experimenting because he looks a little young.
Yeah.
And he's kind of just saying, let me just see. I don't know. Let me see how this works.
Yeah, or he has a dark side.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I haven't read the messages yet, so we'll see.
They're not. Honestly, they're not as bad as they usually are.
Okay.
Usually, I don't know if you've ever heard this podcast before, but they get like dark.
They get dark.
Yeah.
So now the picture, I see him clearly, but Betty, we don't.
This is all we get of Betty.
That's all we get of Betty. Now, so Betty's face is covered. Can we tell people that? Betty has a freaking rabbit. Is that a rabbit?
That looks like a rabbit mask.
Rabbit mask on. But so...
You know what I didn't even notice until right now? Could you read Betty's profile and the voice that you want to do for Betty?
Yeah. I need a chef and some good...
So before we even go on, if you saw that profile and you knew it was by a woman, what would that imply to you? Some good what?
I would think...
Because those are emojis, by the way, with tongues sticking out.
So she put 3 tongue emojis. So I immediately took that as not only does she need a chef, but she needs somebody to eat that vajayjay.
Got it.
Treat her like a queen. Kiss on her.
Yeah.
Love her.
Yeah.
And then there's a horse.
With a horse
there's
cock,
a
baby.
horse
I'm not even
emoji.
Get that deep yet. There's got to be some type of horse dick reference. Do you not?
Yeah, maybe she's into like bestiality. It's like she's a freak, but she wants to be treated like the highest level. You know what I'm saying? Like she wants to be treated sweetly. Like...
Yeah, I'd call it I wouldn't call it high maintenance, but I'd call it like, I think what you said, wants to be treated sweetly.
I like how her name is crossed out here, but not here.
Oh. See, I didn't even cross that out. That was our submitter.
That's hilarious.
And what is our guy's name?
Let's call him Darren. He looked like a Darren to me.
Yeah, he kind of does look like a Darren to me. So here's our conversation. I'll be the guy. You could be Betty. I'll be Darren.
Okay.
They matched on October 15th, 2017.
Okay.
And it starts like this. Hey, Betty. You have a sexy smile, winky face.
Aw, thank you.
Before I get into trouble with you, I want an explanation of that bunny costume, LOL.
LOL, it was a gift and I decided to wear it.
If I give you fuzzy black handcuffs, would you wear those? So, if someone were to give you fuzzy black handcuffs, would you wear those?
I would if I wanted to.
Good to know. Shy girls aren't what I'm looking for. I sense you're Puerto Rican.
No, I'm not. I am Dominican and Spaniard. Did I just say that?
Glad this is over Tinder. I know Dominicans rip heads off over confusing the two. Lol.
We aren't that aggressive.
I understand. I don't know too much about Dominican culture except I love the food.
Laugh out loud. Oh, that's good.
But I'm here looking for a cute Dominican I have in my mouth with a tongue emoji and a little squirt emoji. Know anyone who likes that kind of trouble?
Laugh out loud. Hey.
But only if you return the favor. My size is intimidating to women I've met.
Laugh out loud. I'll have to think about it.
And that's the conversation.
Let me just say, Darren jumped right the fuck in.
Yeah.
Can I curse?
Of course you can.
He jumped right in. Like he jumped right in, Darren.
Yeah. You know what I'm thinking though? You know what I'm just thought? Because I love that we get to dive into this conversation because people, you don't usually do that. We could really start to see what their thoughts are. And I have a feeling he didn't look at her profile and then he goes, oh. Because when you think about it, her profile has the tongue sticking out emoji.
Yeah.
And the first time he got sexual is with the tongue sticking out emoji.
Yeah.
So in my brain, he's like, where's this going? I love the Dominican food. Then he sees that tongue sticking out emoji and that's all she needs. And then he goes, well, I'm looking for a cute Dominican I have in my mouth, baby. Blah, 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 blah.
First of all, that sentence doesn't even make sense. So I got beef with Darren right there. Second of all, he got sexual way before that. See
really?
He didn't get sexual with his emoji.
Oh my God, I didn't even notice that.
He got super sexual. Let me tell you what I really liked about him was he dived right in terms of we all have the question, why you got the bunny face on your face, right? Why are you wearing it?
Yeah.
So then she answered it. Oh, I mean, it was an answer. Like she gave us an answer, but it was really no information.
It was a non-answer.
It was like, okay, my friend gave it to me and I decided to wear it.
Yeah.
But why are you posting it? Are you ugly? Do you have a scar? Like, why are you posting it? But Darren did not go further. He didn't say, you know what? She didn't give me proper information. I was just using that to talk about these handcuffs I'm trying to strap you in. And not only were they handcuffs, but he made it, they were specific.
Yeah.
Fuzzy black handcuffs. I have never even seen fuzzy black handcuffs.
I wonder if that's the kind he owns.
You know? And then she didn't respond right away.
Yeah, that's true.
She didn't respond right away.
Yeah, look.
And so he said, I'm going to say it again. So if someone, and then he didn't even spell were right. He put where.
Yeah.
So if someone were to give you fuzzy black handcuffs, would you wear those?
You know what I'm thinking? I think that kind of, because he kind of sent two of the same message. I have a feeling he thought the first one didn't go through. Because if you look, actually, what's that little turning circle underneath the first message? That could imply that one might have not gone through to him. And so he kind of rephrased it and was like, let me improve on this.
Yeah.
But it got worse.
Yes. Because at first he was like, if I give you.
Yeah.
And then the second time he said, you know what? Let me not make it about me. Let me not let her know how strong I'm coming through right now. Let me just make it very general public.
Yeah.
Type.
Yeah.
So if someone were to give you fuzzy black handcuffs.
It went hypothetical.
Yeah. He went hypothetical. And so she, playing coy, extremely coy.
I love when women do this online dating. Like, do you know how much it frustrates men when you're like, and listen, I get that he's getting sexual, but I'm talking apart from that. When a guy like gives a nice, he's like thoughtful and he gives like a strong message, and a girl just gives a, I would if I wanted to. Like,
yeah. So I don't think she's saying, I don't think her I would if I wanted to is that casual. I don't think she's like, I mean, I would if I wanted to.
Yeah.
I think she is saying, I have the power.
Ooh.
Because she's saying, I would if I wanted to.
Ooh.
Meaning, it don't matter what you send this way, unless I say yes to it, it's not happening. Whether it was you or this hypothetical somebody you've mentioned.
Yeah. And I like, see, this is why I like especially having women comedians on the show, because I get an opportunity to change my views on certain things. Because in my brain, I'm thinking she's just like, I don't give a fuck. Bleh, just answer whatever she wants. But that's a specific answer.
That is a specific answer. Just like she specifically answered the previous question and told him nothing.
Yeah.
A friend gave it to me and I decided to wear it.
Yeah.
And so now she's saying it twice. I do what I want to do.
Yeah. So if she's in the game, she's still there. Like if she's still talking to him, she's still in the game. It's not like she's completely out.
No.
I mean, most girls just won't even respond.
Yeah.
She's in there. So she means something.
So I think any woman that is not entertained by this or wasn't still in it, like you're saying, immediately when he said, if somebody gave you fuzzy black handcuffs, because listen, handcuffs are used for two things, right? One, to either, arrest you and take you to jail, or to arrest you and hopefully help you get to an ecstasy, right?
Yes.
And so there's no ambiguity there, right? So a woman that did not want to go further with him in this conversation, the moment he said that would have been like, well, why do you have to make it sexual?
Yeah.
You know? She would have expressed her discontent with that statement immediately and called him out on his male bullshit, but she didn't. It's like, okay, I'm down.
Yeah.
But ain't shit gonna go down until I say it's gonna go down. So now.
I like that. Now, just so you know, like, the conversation ended with her as the last message and her just saying, I'll have to think about it. Now, the way, what's his name, Darren, submitted it, he said, honestly, not sure how to get her on board. She's not giving me the answer I want, but I'm not sure. So right now, I think he's at a point where it's like she's not reciprocating the dirty shit that I am giving to her.
Yeah.
So I'm at a loss.
Yeah.
But what I'm getting from you is that just because she's not doing it in the way you want her to doesn't mean that she's not interested, doesn't mean that she may not be on board. It's just on her terms and the way she wants it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think also, too, I think that, Darren, your approach was all wrong. Okay? Now, there's certain women, that you can... that you got to just get right to the point. And they'll meet you at that point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If she was that type of woman, then he would have said, what if I gave you, or what if somebody gave you them black fuzzy handcuffs? And she would have been like, ooh, are you? You know what I'm saying? She would have met him there.
Yeah.
But she didn't. And he kept going. And I understand it because he might be thinking like, well, it's online dating. What do I have to lose? I'm going to tell her exactly what I want. She's either on board or she's not. So essentially, she's not.
Yeah. He didn't kind of mold to that.
Yeah.
He could have took a step back and be like, okay, I see where we're going. And now let me kind of change just like nudge myself in a different route right now, but he just kept fucking steamrolling her.
But I don't mind that because it's like now, so if I were Betty, right? There's no way I would end up on a date with this guy or at his house after this conversation and be like, I don't know whatever made him pull his dick out. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like every single text he sent me the only place we going is he wants to pull his dick out. Yes. And he wants to lick my Dominican ass with his tongue. And truth be told, it wouldn't matter if my ass was Dominican, Puerto Rican. He wants to lick the Spanish ass with his tongue. You know? And so, I mean, I don't mind that because she gets to, like, any woman gets to talking to him, gets to decide, like, oh, do I want to, you know? I think that she's just a flirter. She didn't shut him down, but she didn't give him anything. And so she's just a flirter, you know?
Now, the rules of the Textual Healing Podcast, Zainab, are...
I could analyze this all day.
I know, and I love to. Now, the rules of this podcast are... first of all, it's called Textual Healing.
Yes.
We need to heal this relationship. In his eyes, he sees this as broken. He fucked up some way. And... We agree he did. How can we get him back on track? In other words, how could we make it so these two meet up and they are fucking happy together?
He is going to have to play the long game.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Meaning he's going to have to hit Betty and be like...
Hit her?
He's going to have to text Betty.
Okay.
He's going to have to hit her up via... the app.
Yeah, of course, yes.
We have to be very careful in these.
I know.
This day and age.
I know. Don't you dare.
I know.
Okay.
I know. He's going to have to send her a message, and he's just going to have to say, "What's up? How you doing?" And he's going to have to wait for her to let him know how she's doing.
But wait, is that literally the text he should send? Let's craft an actual text that he could send her that makes her go, okay. This sounds all right. I'm back on board. Let's do that. Like she's interacting. What's that text?
I think it's just that simple because he doesn't have that many options. See, you have to understand. His last text was, but only if you return the favor. But not only did he stop there, not only did he say, I really want to lick you and do all of this shit, right? But I only want to do it if you want to do it. Then he goes on to say, my size is intimidating to women I've met. So that is almost a contradiction. Like, but only if you do it. And just FYI, I done scared a bunch of bitches. Excuse my language. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. And so now I'm thinking like, well, maybe I don't want to do it. If you done scared off all the women before me, well, what you working with? Do you get what I'm saying?
I think he's trying to challenge her and be like, ooh, okay. You think I can't handle that?
Yeah. And so what did she say? Laugh out loud. I'll have to think about it.
Yeah. Personally, for me, that's like, I think the reason why I think he's inexperienced in even talking like this is because he's like, what do I do?
Yeah.
What the hell do I do?
Yeah.
In my brain, she's like, I'll have to think about it means, all right, well, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
In my brain, immediately, I'm going to go, okay, let's meet up this week.
Yeah.
What day are you free? You free?
Yeah.
Let's go get some dinner. Let's hang.
Yeah.
That's all. I think she's ready.
Yeah.
I think she wants to hang out. She's been texting the whole time. She's been responding. She's not fucking saying, yeah, let me slob on that knob, baby boy. Like, she's not getting into it.
What voice was that?
I don't know.
Who was that, Anthony?
I just feel like when people get really sexual, they just embody just really disgusting type people in my head.
Okay. I think what he could say, probably the wittiest thing for him to say is, so what do you think?
Ooh.
Because she said, I'll have to think about it. And it's like, okay. Have you given it any thought?
Yeah.
That's the way he could follow up. Have you given it any thought?
I like that.
And then I think from there, he could get right to the point, but not in the way he has been. He could get to the point like, you want to meet up, like you said. And she's either with it or she's not.
Would this work on you?
I would have stopped talking to Darren.
Yeah. After Black Fuzzy Handcuffs?
Yes.
Completely. You would have stopped, never talked to him again, blocked him, deleted him? Do you think he's attractive? I'm not gay. I'm not gay. But I think he's attractive. And not only I think he's attractive, his look to me has that kind of like introspective, thoughtful, intelligent, kind of like, I don't know, like vulnerable. Like he has a vulnerable pose going on right there.
Well, that's a headshot. And so that's what he wants the casting directors to see. Oh,
yeah. Okay.
That's not like a candid photo. That's a professional headshot.
He just wasn't in some weird room where he was posing like that. Okay.
But yeah, I get what you're saying. From this particular headshot, he is saying, like, is he unattractive? Let me just say this. I'm not attracted to him.
Got it.
But I do not look at him and see an unattractive person.
Got it. He also, like, when you turn your head, he's young.
Yeah, he's young. He's a young guy.
He looks like he could be 17 even, but he's probably more like 19 or 20 or something like that.
You think so? I think he's in his 20s.
Okay. Oh yeah, there's a lot of facial hair there. Or I don't know what the hell it is, but anyway. All right, early 20s.
But I mean, black guys are like that. You know, he could be 17 or 27. Like, we don't know.
Yeah. I definitely can't see 27, but okay, I could see like 22, 23. Yeah. I think he's inexperienced. You think he's a little more experienced?
Let me tell you why. Depending on where he's from, for him to make this cultural reference, like, I know Dominicans rip off people's heads. I don't know where in the world he is, but most people don't even know what Dominicans are.
Yeah.
So he either has had experience with different types of Spanish women. Enough to say that statement, or he comes from New York, Miami. He comes from some very specific East Coast city that, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That has encountered Dominicans. Trust me, nobody in LA is just walking around comparing Dominican. Nobody's saying that. So he's either had enough experience, more experience than a 17-year-old would have. And again, that's a headshot. We want to look as young as possible in a headshot.
Yeah, that's true too.
But he doesn't look like a bad guy.
He doesn't. And I honestly don't even think what he said was, in terms of like what I've usually seen, what's compared on this show, is not that bad. Like I said, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
He's not, like, a lot of it, what guys say is just like, rape you next week, like crazy fucking nutty stuff.
Wow.
Where he's at least trying to be like cute about it. Like, I'm here looking for a cute Dominican I have in my mind.
I don't understand. That's the sentence that is like, but I'm here looking for a cute Dominican I have in my mouth. And so you see how he pivoted? Because if you go to his question before that, right? Yeah. He said, I sense you're Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
So if she would have said, yeah, you would have been wanting a Puerto Rican in your mouth. So he's trying to use the little bit of information that she's given him.
He's trying to be a little charming.
He's trying to be witty. He's trying to be fun. He's trying to aggressively flirt.
At least, like, in what I'm saying is, at least he's not just completely blind to everything and just saying whatever.
He's not just saying what he wants. He's trying to use what she's giving him to get what he wants.
Yeah. All right. So Darren, you got some potential texts you could send. Let me know. Message me. Let me know of your follow-up. Let me know if this relationship turned into anything.
It ain't turning into shit. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I know this is textual healing. I know that this is textual healing.
Yeah, I understand. I honestly think that maybe like there was one textual conversation that actually turned into a relationship. I'm not even joking, but most likely all of the others probably did not.
Darren, you know what I want you to do?
Yeah.
If Betty responds to you, I want you to say, do you mind sending me a picture without the mask on?
Ooh.
If she sends you a picture without the mask on, an actual picture of her, not like a catfish picture, but an actual picture of her, then you got a chance.
Like
if she doesn't,
if she sends her Instagram or
then
something,
she's
yeah, that's another.
You got to
thing.
understand who you're dealing with.
I didn't even think about that. She purposely went completely
she does
here.
Not want to be seen.
So she's not even really she's not even serious.
Yeah.
It's a possibility of even being on Tinder.
Exactly.
And these are kind of the messages that could be implying that too. Like she's just, wanting to see what guys say, kind of testing the waters. Interesting.
Even look, you see he asks a question, she doesn't even answer it. Yeah. He says he wants the Dominican in his mouth. He said, you know anyone who likes that kind of trouble? And she's like, laugh out loud. Hey, like turn up. Like, but what? That's not the answer to the question. She is playing
There's
with him.
so many possibilities.
And so,
buddy, we hope the best for you. I hope that this turns into something. I hope you get a Dominican in your mouth. But you're going to have to follow up with me as soon as possible. Zainab.
Any parting words for Darren?
I just said that.
Oh, okay.
What are yours? Oh, yeah. What are your parting words?
That's what I'm saying. Is that what you're asking me?
You have any parting words?
Let's take this as the template of what we don't want, Darren.
Okay.
And then the next sort of girl that you match with on Tinder, be a little bit more subtle.
Got it. Can he be sexual, though?
You can be sexual if she's being sexual.
Got it. If she reciprocates, yeah.
It's like you took off like it was a sprint, but unless the woman lets you know that it's a sprint, then always think that it's a marathon. That's a good note for guys in general.
Do you do online dating, Zainab?
No.
You don't? Do you have any online dating on your phone at all? Anything?
I have nothing, but I did date a guy who I met on Tinder.
Got it.
We dated for maybe like 4 or 5 months. A TV show asked me to do a Tinder piece for them.
Okay,
and so that's how I got on Tinder.
Got it.
And then he was just a nice guy. It ended up,
How do you date? What's your dating? Do you date?
Yeah, I like old fashioned. I like you to come up to me. And I like for you to see me and feel like, or experience me and feel like I want to know more. I want to go further.
All right, so paint the picture. Where would you be for this man to come up to you?
I'd probably be in like the most unsuspecting place. So I might be like at work or something.
Okay. What's work?
I'm a stand-up comedian and I'm an actor and a writer. And so
but
maybe
like
I'm
you'd be on set, but who is this guy? Like, what is he? Like he works works the lighting or something?
Maybe he's the director.
Oh, okay.
Maybe he's the director.
Yeah,
lighting is important. Lighting changes the way a person looks.
I'm not saying anything about lighting. I'm just trying to get, because there's no just like bystanders on set.
Maybe he's the producer that actually just came on set for that day just to make sure his money is being spent right. Yeah,
but okay, so just hold on, because we're getting into this, and immediately my head just goes Harvey Weinstein creep. Like, if a guy is a producer and one of the actors that's on his show or movie, I would immediately go, fuck, she's real hot, but she is working for me, and I really want to ask her out, but that is like, I'm not touching that.
Oh, no. Well,
so how would he do it?
My personal opinion.
Would he make friends?
No, I think my personal opinion is for him to be, straight up about it. Like if he said, hey, I mean, I know who the producers are on a project that I'm working for or on. And so he knows who his talent is. And so if he came up to me and said, I'd love to take you to dinner, would you join me? That's not sexual harassment.
Yeah, of course not.
You know what I'm saying? I'd be able to say, yes or no. And if he appealed to me, if I was attracted to him, then, I'd possibly say yes. And then when we got to dinner, we'd have great conversation. I'd order the food I wanted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like none of that is sexual harassment.
But he's asking you out.
And
to me,
but he's not asking me out for the part. Like, I already got the part.
No, I know that. But what I'm saying is just like, I don't know. There just sounds like I just can't go up to an actress that's working on one of the shows I have and just be like, do you want to go on a dinner with me? I just feel like the girl would be like, is this really the conversation you want to have with one of... I don't know.
So, I don't know. Do you know who Megan Good is?
No.
Megan Good is a very desirable and like sexy. She always plays like very sexy roles, African American actress. Yeah. And she recently married I believe he's a pastor, but he was a studio executive. And the first time they met was on a general meeting that her agent sent her on, and he was the executive she met with. Fast forward, she's cast in a movie. They have things in common. They have great conversation when they're working together, and they have this energy. And he's like, I really want to ask her out.
Yeah.
I'm attracted to her. I'm attracted to her energy. I'm attracted to her spirit.
Yeah.
He was like, but I just feel like we work together, and so that wouldn't be good. And then they naturally both expressed an attraction for one another.
Yeah. So,
do you know what I'm saying? He didn't call her into his office or go into her trailer and say what them titties look like.
Yeah. So it started off like, you don't cross any lines, but you could still ask a girl out. You could still do that in a professional sense, as long as it's like, you guys know that you kind of have a little chemistry, and you could say, hey, we should go get dinner sometime.
Yeah.
And it's like real light like that.
Yeah.
And then when you guys get dinner, you feel the chemistry. Would there be a kiss on the first night, or would that be too much too fast for a professional thing?
Possibly, but I mean, I could also exercise the option of, let's finish this project. And then we can... And then maybe you can ask me out then. And that's maybe a decision that he would make too. Like if he had, like what you're saying, any sort of apprehension, like, okay, I'm a producer on this project, or I'm a producer on this show, and I'm attracted to this actress. I'm going to wait until the show ends.
Yeah.
I'm going to wait until we're done working together, and then I'll let her know, like, hey, I'm really interested in you. I've been interested in you. And maybe do you get what I'm saying? I think that there's a difference. I know the difference between you asking me out because you're genuinely interested versus you trying to force your status over me. You know what I'm saying?
So it's the vibe. It's a lot of the vibe.
Yeah, a lot of it is the vibe.
Got it. Are you dating right now?
I am, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like as in like one person, or like seeing people?
One person.
Got it. How'd you meet this guy or gal?
I taped this podcast, ironically enough. That's not how we met, but that's how we hung out. So we met just like out at comedy shows.
Got it.
And then maybe like a year or so after we met the first time, he just asked me to be a guest on his podcast. And I was like, sure. And then after that we went, he was like, you want to grab some food? And I was like, I guess. And none of that, I was thinking like, what is he trying? Why is he trying? And he never said it like, so, I want to take you I want to feed you. Like, it wasn't like that. It was kind of like, I appreciate you for taking the time out of your day to do my podcast. And I'm hungry. You want to get a bite to eat?
Yeah.
And then us doing that allowed me to spend the time with him. And I'm like, I didn't even leave him thinking like, I like him, but I left him thinking I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the time that I spent with him.
Like you felt good with him.
Yeah. And so if I got the opportunity to spend more time with him, I would probably take him up on, I would probably do that.
Okay. So you guys got a little food after the podcast.
Yes.
And you said, that felt good. That felt nice.
Yes.
That was a nice thing.
Yes.
Then what happened next?
He dropped me off home.
Yeah.
And that was it. That was it.
Yeah.
And I told a friend of mine, like a friend who knows him, I was like, I sort of like weeks later, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm wondering what he's doing.
Wait, he didn't follow up from that?
No.
Oh, shit.
No.
Okay, because see, in my brain, I'm already thinking he had it planned. He's going to ask you out even before he fucking recorded the podcast with you. Okay, so go on. Go on. This is a good story. I want to hear more.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's pretty much it. And then we talked a little bit, you know, like, just like little things here and there. Like, he would just check in like, hey, how you doing today?
Yeah.
And I would answer honestly. I was either doing really good that day or I wasn't.
Yeah.
And he'd say something funny back. Like, I remember he texted me like, you know, how's your day? And I'm like, it's pretty bad, actually. I've been in an airport for like the past 9 hours.
Yeah.
And he said, you want me to send you some cocaine? And I laughed out loud. And then I said, you know, no, I'm all good on cocaine.
Did you
right now.
Did you type an LOL after you laughed out loud? Because that might have been the only moment in time when somebody actually laughed out
Literally
loud.
laughed out loud and texted it. I probably did.
Yeah.
I probably did.
Okay, so let's speed up here. You told a friend you were interested. Then what?
I just told the friend I was interested, and the friend kind of encouraged me, like, well, if you're interested, go on a date with him. And I'm like, he hasn't asked me on a date.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I want to date him.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I find myself, you know, weeks after that happened, I find myself wondering, like, I wonder what he's doing today, you know? And so...
But then what happened?
And then so eventually we texted, and the conversations were not sexual at all, not even flirty.
Got it.
Not even a little bit.
Yeah.
They sound like they're coming in like drunk after the club, but it's the middle of the afternoon.
I know.
And then one day, as we were texting, he just FaceTimed me.
Got it.
And I picked up. And I normally am concerned with, if you try and FaceTime me, I'm like, if a guy that I actually like and I know I like FaceTimes me, I need to know what I look like. I need to know that I'm looking like I'm ready to go out.
Yeah.
You know, and I didn't. I just picked it up because it was just like,
wow.
You know? Yeah.
This is the most freaking goddamn organic relationship I've ever heard in my life. Like, it couldn't be more natural than what you're saying. Like, it's just like, oh, we started texting, and then that texting turned into a random FaceTime.
Yeah.
And then I'm guessing you guys went on a date or something like that.
We actually FaceTimed for like months because he moved out of Los Angeles. And so we just FaceTimed for like months, and then he came back here for like a film program.
Yeah.
And then we hung out then. And then from there, we started seeing each other.
Yeah, that's the most organic thing I've ever heard. This guy is probably the most gentlemanly. Like, I feel like if I met him, he would shake my hand in a way where he really wants to, like, actually shake my hand.
I mean,
not because it's business.
No, he's okay. Like, he's okay.
I'm not saying he's boring. I'm just saying, like, he sounds like a fucking gentleman.
Yeah, and I'm just saying he can be an asshole sometimes. Is what I'm saying. But I think he, you know, whenever we talk about certain things, whenever he tells me about his interaction with women in the past, he is very particular. If a woman gives him any sort of red flag that later she's going to be like, he was inappropriate with me, he has no contact with her. You know, like, there was a time where a mutual friend had put him in contact with a woman because she wanted to, like, do some, like, videos and things with him, you know, like some funny videos and things with him. And he was like, hey, here's my number, let me know when you get into town. And she was like, I got a boyfriend. I ain't trying to take your number. And from there, he was confused, but he was like, okay, cool. And then she came back around a couple of months later, like, hey, let's hang out. He's like, I can't even talk to you. Because the way you responded to me last time was unwarranted. And so I just can't trust I can't trust your responses. I can't trust your reactions to things. And so communication with me is cut off completely.
More and more, I'm a dating coach, and more I'm finding, and what I tell my clients is, the second you see any red flag, just end it there.
Yeah.
And it's only because of experience.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not super old, but I'm 33. I'm old enough to have had enough relationships where I saw red flags, and in my mind, I'm like, but everything else is so good, so we could work on that.
Yeah.
And let's see what happens. Never goes away.
Yeah.
Red flag always stays there. And it'll pop up a year later, and it'll fuck everything up. So now if I see a red flag, done. And I just move them away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I would want clarity on what exactly a red flag is. Like,
Yeah.
you know, to somebody, a red flag may be like, he fucking snores. But to me, that's not a red flag.
No, that's
you
just
know,
bullshit
lying
people say.
is like a red flag.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
like, you know, on our first date, he, you know, I don't know, he was very aggressive. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Something
like,
that doesn't match your values, or
Yeah.
something that you've seen in the past that just did not turn out well.
Yeah.
That's
a red flag.
Yeah.
I'd agree with that. I always say you got to pick your poison because nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
And so you just have to, you know, you have to know what it is that you can be okay with.
Yeah.
You know, and then go from there.
Yeah. Man, you have really good answers,
Thank
Zainab.
you. Okay. Okay.
No, I enjoyed your information.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah. I did.
I like
Yeah.
how he's pondering like in my face. Like, could you say, you know, actually that one thing you said, I didn't like that, but everything else was.
No, that's not it.
Okay.
I'm just so satisfied with everything you've told me. So like, I kind of like, I don't know. I just feel good. Like you make me feel good. Like you made me just feel like flushed with nice.
Okay.
Yeah, you're just a nice gal. I'm glad you came on.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you so
me.
much. Can you plug some of your stuff? Because
Yeah.
I want other people to be flushed with nice and laughter when they see you live.
Absolutely. So when does this come out?
Thursday.
Okay, great. So if you are in the Los Angeles area, I am starring in this new web series called Avant Guardians. And it's basically sort of about a therapist and their patient, but they're angels in heaven. And so, yeah, and I think it's a dope series, and we're doing a screening of some of the episodes and a live comedy show featuring myself. Also featuring an actress off of Insecure, HBO's Insecure, Yvonne Orji. Anyway,
nice.
That is November 14th at the Nerd Melt showroom.
Got it.
9 p.m. November 14th at the Nerd Melt
in Los
showroom
Angeles.
in Los Angeles.
Got it.
So you guys can get tickets and come check me out there. I'm all around town. I'm always performing. I'll be at the New York Comedy Festival this week. And so if you want to find out where I'm performing and what city and what dates, you can go to my website. It's ZainabJohnson.com, ZAINAB Johnson. And on all social media platforms, I'm Zainab Johnson.
Sounds good.
Thanks for having me on Textual Healing.
You are fucking hilarious. And I just can't say that enough because,
Thank
like,
you.
I'm telling you, I'm serious. Like, I don't know. I don't know. When I went and saw that stand-up show last week, I was just, like, bored. And then you came on, and I was fucking dying. And I was like, God, I really want to... This is the type of talent I want on my show.
Aw, thank you.
And I'm so glad you came on. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
You can come on anytime you like.
Alrighty.
If you're ever going like, you know what, I kind of want to textually heal somebody again.
Okay.
Then just text me.
Okay.
And we'll get it set up.
Okay.
Thanks
Works
so
for me.
much.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.